guys, thank you for watching. This is my daughter's bedroom. I'm gonna show you this time how to install hi-hats. Okay, as you can see, there's nothing on the ceiling. The only lights that she's got is those lamps that you had to plug on the outlets. You see, and we're gonna use this switch which controls the outlets right now, but we're gonna run the wire up to the ceiling, up to the hi-hats. We only gonna put 2 hi-hats. I mean, it's not a very big room. This is like a 12 by 12. So in order to do that, we're gonna need wire. I'm using 14.2 gauge wire. Also, obviously, I mean, we're gonna need 2 hi-hats. These are the kind of hi-hats that we're using because we already have sheetrock on the ceiling. Otherwise you use the other kind, the new construction. We also gonna need the snake to run the wire, and some electrical tools, but definitely what we need is the this thing, the hacksaw, to cut the holes on the sheetrock. Okay, we're gonna be making a few holes on the ceiling. Hopefully we don't have to touch the wall. We need these 3/8 clamp connectors. Those are gonna be to connect the wire to the hi-hat, I mean to run it through. So first thing we gotta do is locate where we want to place the hi-hats. So I'm gonna measure the ceiling, then from there I'm gonna space out my hi-hats. Okay, the hi-hats come with a template, which is a circle that you have to put on the ceiling, then mark around it. This time I don't have the template, so I found something to draw a circle which is a little bigger than the hi-hat. That's why this time I'm cutting inside the circle. Alright, but you don't have to do that, you just gotta follow the line if you're using the template. Okay, so just be careful, cover everything, so it's gonna be dust. And as you can see, this time I didn't have luck. I found wood right where my hi-hat is gonna be, so this hole is not gonna work for me, so I'm gonna have to relocate the hi-hats. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix the hole that I did by putting a small piece of wood on the ceiling, putting a few screws, then just the circle that I cut, I'm putting it back. So as you can see, I have another circle next to it, which is now where my hi-hat is gonna be, so I have to move the 2 hi-hats now. They're gonna be off like 6 inches from the center of the room, which is not a big deal. Okay, so now let's cut the circle, and that's it. So I'm gonna make sure that our can is gonna fit, so then we're gonna cut the other one. So again, cover whatever you have on the floor, the bed, or even the carpet, because it's a lot of dust that comes from the sheetrock and the insulation too. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing the insulation away. Now the next step is we gotta cut a few more holes between the joists, the ceiling joists. As you can see, there's one right here, another one here, and another one over here. So we need to drill a few holes through those joists. In order to do that, we're gonna have to make a few more holes on the ceiling to get us to that point. Okay, so first I'm gonna mark a hole a square right here, then we're gonna make another hole. Hopefully this is the only hole that we have to make. If not, if the insulation is on the way, we have to make a few more holes, one on each bay, but we just hope that this is not the case. Alright, some ceilings don't have insulation, which is a lot easier, so this one has insulation, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to snake the wire with the insulation on the ceiling. So let's do this hole first. There you go. Remember, save the pieces. Now let's move the insulation away. Now I gotta use extension on my drill on one of these bits. This is an 1.5-inch bit to drill through the wood. I'm using the extension because you're drilling on an angle and it's hard to do it on such a small hole. That's what I'm using the extension for. Okay, so let's drill from the other side. So what we want is to be able to run the snake, the wire snake, through the beams to pull our electrical wire. So do the same thing on all the beams. After this we have to make a few more holes. This is only to run the wire through this hi-hat. Okay, so we still gotta put a few more holes right there on that side. We're gonna do 2 more holes down because we have to run the wire down to the switch box. Okay, so try to stay away from the corners because fixing the corners on the sheetrock is gonna imply that we had to touch the wall also. What we want is we want to do less work, no more work. Alright, if we fix the wall, we're gonna have to paint the wall too. We don't want to do that. Okay, so we're doing the hole on the ceiling. One more hole. Just be careful, you don't know what's on the ceiling. Especially this is a basement apartment, so there is pipes, wires running through the ceiling. So that's what I'm using the hacksaw to. I don't want to use the Dremel or any machine because I won't be able to feel it if I'm touching anything that I can possibly cut or break. Alright, and remember, save all the pieces of the sheetrock that you are cutting. Now that we have all our holes, we're ready to start running the wire. So it's gonna have to go from the switch to the first hi-hat all the way to the last hi-hat. Okay, so we're gonna start by running the snake through. I just hope that the insulation is not on the way. I guess it is. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard, so the best thing right now is to make more holes. That's what I had to do. I had to do 2 more holes. I got my wire from the first to the second hi-hat. Now we gotta run it all the way down to the box So I have it now. My wire is all the way down to the switch box. Okay, as you can see, I already start patching the holes. So I'm using 1x4 that I had laying around the house to fix the holes. So as you can see, you only have to put a few screws, and that's gonna keep the sheetrock in place. Alright, this is how you're gonna do it. Just place the wood above the sheetrock. Fasten it with a few screws. This piece is kind of long, so I need 2 pieces of wood. You gotta hold the wood down until the screw keeps the wood in place. Then after that, the only thing you gotta do is put your piece back. So now you have meat, you have wood to screw it to. Alright. After that, you're gonna have to spackle and tape. I'm not gonna show you in this video how to do that. Here I have my hi-hats already installed on the ceiling. I forgot to shoot how to do it, so I'm gonna show you another video from another job, and it's pretty simple. This is the video. What you had to do is you had to take off the lid, the cover. Then using a flat screwdriver, you have to just move up and down until you take off the slat. Then these are the 3/8 connectors that I showed you at the beginning, and what it is that's gonna be placed inside the hole, and it comes with a nut. You had to tighten it. The purpose of this is to feed the wire through this connector, and when you have the wire inside, through the connector, you're gonna tighten the plate, okay, and that's gonna prevent the wire to come loose or to come out of the metallic bags. Okay, so let's loose the screws, slide the wire in. You want to leave, I don't know, maybe 5-6 inches of wire. It's enough wire to do the connection. Okay, so after the wire is nice and tight, it's not gonna move, so you don't want to over tighten, so just enough to keep the wire from moving. Okay, so in case that you pull the hi-hat, it won't come out of the box. So now the next step is using a sheetrock knife or a blade, run it through the middle of the wire, then peel the skin of the wire. Okay, make sure that your knife is sharp, but just be careful, you don't want to cut yourself. Safety is first, always. Okay, now we expose our wires, so we had to strip the wires in order to do the connection. So just take off what I would say, strip the wire like 3/4 to 1 inch, something like that, maybe an inch. That should be enough to to do the connection. Okay, so these hi-hats are not labeled, but it comes with the color of your wire, so you just follow the same color. So the ground goes to the ground, just insert the wire and push it, and it's all you gotta do. White with white and black with black. Okay, now just bend the wires nice and neat. As you can see, everything looks good. Just put the cover back. Make sure that it locks on place. Then proceed to insert your hi-hat into the ceiling. Okay, just be careful, put the box in first, then make sure that the little legs are inside, push them in, then we may gonna need the screwdriver to keep this tight. Okay, so when the hi-hat is on the ceiling, you're gonna see these little legs. Just grab your screwdriver and heat it up. Just hit or push it up, and it's gonna drive the leg in, and it's gonna make it tight against the sheetrock. Okay, do the same thing on the 4 legs. I believe it's only 4. You're gonna see that it comes up. You see, you don't want to just do it with your hand because it's not gonna keep enough pressure. Use a screwdriver. That's it. Now let's do the last one. Now first push it in with your hand, but remember, use the screwdriver because it's gotta go in good. And that's it. Now the hi-hat is in place and it's not gonna come off. That's how you do it. Okay, now we are back on this room. The 2 hi-hats are on place. So the next step is to install the switch. Here I already did. It's pretty simple. White wires goes to white. The bottom wire is the hat, the one that is supplying the power, and the top wire is the hi-hat. I don't know if you can see, the switch says top right here, so that's the way the switch is gonna be. Okay, the bottom is the hat, the top is the one that goes to the hi-hat, and the ground goes to the ground, and that's it. So now here I'm trying my hi-hats. As you can see, they are on. Now they are off. I put 2 regular labels, just temporary, just to make sure that they work. Now the next step is to do tape and spackle. Okay, now here I already tape and spackle. I still gotta do 2 more coats. This is the first coat, but I'm gonna skip all that. But you see the hi-hats work. Here is my 3rd coat. here my hi-hats are installed, my ceiling is painted, and I even changed the switch to a dimmer, so my daughter will be able to control the intensity of the light. So that's the hi-hats. As you can see, they go on, off, and the dimmer goes down and up with the brightness. So this is it, guys. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave comments below. Thank you for watching.